Unit 2 of the Alif Baa textbook. In this section of Unit 2, we will cover the letters Alif, Ba, Ta, and Tha. This video is brought to you by the Critical Language Service. Visit us on the web at www.criticallanguageservice.com.
Alif is the first letter of the Arabic alphabet. Alif is written in different shapes depending on where it falls in a word. Now, let's look at some examples of how to write Alif. At the beginning of a word, we write Alif from top to bottom. In the middle of the word, we write it starting on the line and then up. We start by writing on the line so that we can connect Alif to the letter that came before it. Alif usually connects to the letter that comes before it, but never connects to letters that come after it. So, it can connect with letters that come on its right, but never on its left. Alif at the end of the word is written the same way as Alif in the middle of the word. We start on the line as if connecting to the letter that comes before it and then go up. Alif, when it's written independently, is written in the same way as it is written in the beginning of a word, from top to bottom. Alif can be two things. It can be a consonant or a long vowel. Here we are concerned with its function as a long vowel. Remember that long vowels sound twice as long as your average English vowel. When Alif is a long vowel, it can sound like as in bet, or as in bat, or as in but. These pronunciation differences are called vowel quality. Notice the way that Alif sounds in the following words. The first word we're going to look at is the word wow. Notice how Alif is written independently in the middle of the word wow. Now we have the word baba. Notice how Alif is written in the middle and the end of the word. It makes an sound, and it's a long vowel. We don't say baba, we say baba. Now we have the word ab. Notice how Alif is written independently in the beginning of the word ab.
Ba is the second letter of the Arabic alphabet. It is a connecting letter, which means that it connects to any letter following it in the same word. You can see its complete shape here at the top of the page. It has two hooks that we refer to as teeth. These two teeth are written facing each other at the beginning and end of the letter. The main part of the letter, that is the beginning tooth, and the dot always appear in the letter no matter where in a word it is written. However, the final tooth is not always written. Think of the final tooth as the tail of the letter that is not only written when ba is written at the end of a word or independently. Just to be clear, the final tooth is only written when ba is written at the end of a word or independently. You can remember the sound the letter ba makes by thinking of the dot and how it is written below the letter, and so think of below and ba. Now let's look at how ba is written when it comes in the beginning, middle, and end of a word, as well as when it's written independently. Ba at the beginning of a word is written as half of the independent shape. You can see the independent shape at the right. So to arrive at the beginning shape of ba, we need to delete the final hook. Now you can see the B shape at the beginning of the word on the far left. Now watch as I write Ba in its shape at the beginning of a word. Another important point is you need to write the dot underneath or near the beginning hook. In all connecting dotted letters, you should write the dot more or less underneath the beginning hook, although the exact placement of the dot may be a little different depending on different people's handwriting styles. Now watch it as I write Ba in its shape at the middle of a word. When Ba comes in the middle of the word, it has a connecting section that link it to the letters that come before and after it. Now watch as I write Ba in its independent shape. So when Ba is written independently, you see its full shape. It is written just like at the top of the page. We start with the tooth and then go down to the line, and then we write the final tooth facing the first tooth. Then to finish, we write the dot below it. Ba at the end of the word is written very similarly to the way it is written independently, except that it has a connecting section so that can connect to the letter that came before it. Now let's see how Ba is written with other letters. Now watch as I write the word bait. The word bait has Ba in the beginning of the word and it means house. Now watch as I write the word Habib. The word Habib has Ba in the middle of the word and it means deer. Now watch as I write the word Bab. The word Bab has Ba used as an independent and it means door. Now watch as I write the word Kalb. The word Kalb has Ba in the end of the word and it means dog.
Ta is the third letter in the Arabic alphabet. It is pronounced like the first T in the word teeth. When the letter appears in print, as in a book or a newspaper, it is written with 2 dots. When Ta is written using handwriting, the 2 dots are simplified and changed into 1 line. Note that the shape of the letter Ta is the same as that of the letter Ba in all positions, except that instead of 1 dot below, it has 2 dots up top. When we write Ta independently, we write it like this. A good example of when Ta is written independently is the word toot, which means strawberry. When we write Ta at the end of the word, it often attaches itself to the letter before, like this. Notice that this area here is the tail that we use to connect it to the letter before. A good example is the word bint, which means girl. Notice that when Ta is at the end of the word, it can also be written independently. As in mat, which means dead. When Ta is in the middle position, it's written like this. A good example is the word shita, which means winter. At the beginning of the word, ta is written like this. A good example is the word teen, which means fig. The letter tha is pronounced like the th in the word three. Since the letter has 3 dots, you can remember it and what sound it makes by thinking of the word three. Voila! Now let's look at how to write tha. Its basic shape is the same as ba and ta, but the placement and number of the dots are different. When tha is written independently, we write like this. A good example is the word athath, which means furniture. As you can see, when it's handwritten, the dots can be written like this. When tha comes at the end of the word, it looks like this. Remember that this little tail here connects tha to the letter preceding it. A good example is the word thalith, which means the third. Tha can also be written independently at the end of the word. A good example is the word thalath, which means 3. When tha is in the middle, it looks like this. Example, kathir, which means a lot. And finally, when tha is at the beginning of the word, it looks like this. Example, thelj, which means ice.